Yeah, I know everybody talks about how important the moment of impact is. Yes, the moment of impact is a critical part of the golf swing. However, I'm going to show you in today's video how positions are what really matter. Hey, welcome to the channel today. Listen, I got a quick story to tell you before I get into the tip I want to give you today. I was working with a student and he was struggling with getting the club to make good contact. And I don't know if you've ever been there before, but you've probably maybe gone out to the range and you're warming up for your round, or you're having a practice session and you're just like, wow, I'm struggling. And the reason you struggle is because, let me just give you kind of the order of how things work. Number one, sequence of a golf swing. You can call that balance, you can call that timing, I call it sequence. But the rhythm of your golf swing is created from what? From the positions that you put your body into, right? And if you put your body in positions, then you sequence better, and then you can hit the golf ball more solid, and then you become a better ball striker because your positions are good. And not only are your positions great, but then your timing is better, your sequence is better, you hit the ball longer, you hit the ball straighter. So we can talk all day long about, hey, the only thing that really matters is getting the impact, but that's not correct. Because if your positions of your golf swing are better, they allow for a better timing, better sequence, and more speed. So we have to talk about a very important thing that I talked about with my student is that positions of the swing really, really matter. Here's what I did with him, and I want to walk you through it because I think it's a good instruction for you to understand what I did with my student. He was struggling, right? And look, his swing didn't look that bad. Like on video, it was like, yeah, looks pretty good. You're just kind of a little off here, a little off here, but he just couldn't seem to get it all together. So I said, here's what we're going to do. I want to walk you through the positions one by one. We're going to go through the position of your swing. And I just had him go, first thing I had him do is just get his correct address. You always want to make sure your address position is correct. And this is a position that you've got to check once in a while. So once his address position was great, I had him just go to the top of the backswing and hold this position. And by the way, watch when I do this. When I hold this position, you know, I'm bracing against the leg. My arms, I had him kind of feel where his arms were. I kind of had him get rotated. And I had him look down at the ball. I had him kind of go into what I call a dynamic pose. So I had him kind of dynamically pose the position and hold it. And that's not easy, by the way. And then I had him go, okay, now change directions, show me impact. He would show me impact. Where do you want to be at impact? Show me extension, hold that, and then show me finish. And then stand up. So I had him walk through with me the positions of his swing. And literally in 3 or 4 swings, he was sequencing better. He was kind of matching the feeling of the position, because that's what it's about here. When I say hit your positions, first of all, you got to back up one step here maybe. If you know the way I teach and the way I train people to swing a golf club, positions are primary. In other words, your address position, your address and grip position, your backswing position, your impact position, your downswing, those things that I talked about, and we have positions that way we train that. Positions are primary to sequence. And that should make, if you understand the golf swing is a sequence of motions of lower body versus upper body, arms, hands, and club, you would understand. And I'll just, to help you understand it, I'll give you a quick example. If I'm taking the club back and I don't move my upper body very much, the arms only have so much range they can move in. You would agree with that, right? So if I take the club back, and let's say my upper body is tilted this way, the position of my arms, it's limited to how far I can take it back. So I've limited the range of motion of the arms, hands, and club. Well, now I've got to deal with that limitation as I try to come down to the ball. So then you don't hit it very far. You're like, well, I can't produce any speed. Why couldn't you produce speed? Because you were out of position. As opposed to, if I turn, I'll go this way. If I turn correctly, notice the range of motion of my torso, the tilt and side bend, and the range of motion of the arms allow me to then have more range of motion of my arms, hands, and club. So you can see the position of my body positionally allows for me to generate more arm, hand, and club speed. So that's why, to me, positions are primary, because they determine what the sequence looks like. So when I hit this shot here with the 7-iron, you're going to see me do this. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do one badly. So let's say I tilt this way. Notice that my body is in the wrong direction. I can't get the arms, or I'm losing space, and it's going to change the direction of the club. So my body position changes the way I get to impact. However, if I did it correctly from a good address position and take it back, you can see that because I have this range, I can change directions and I can deliver the club into a great impact position. So let me walk through, I'm going to walk you through today the positions that I look for in a good single plane swing. And this is, if you take instruction from me or Graves Golf, you would see us teach you these positions as a primary factor to how you deliver the club in impact. First thing is just address and grip, making sure you have proper address position. This includes a lot of details. I'm not going to get into all those today, but proper address. Then we would teach you how to make a turn into the backswing, then get to the top in a proper leverage backswing position. This is leverage. We teach you to stabilize, rotate from a stable position, and now look, because I'm bent and side bent, the position of my body allows me to then deliver the club to impact. Notice the trail foot stays down. Yes, I'm not limiting rotation. I still want rotation, but I am limiting the amount the trail hip can move. So I want rotation, but I want to limit how much I can actually move the trail hip because I don't want you to come out of your position. So that's a position thing, impact. Then I would teach you stay with it through extension. Mo talked about this a lot, staying with it. And then the finish, staying in your posture and your finish so you can then swing the golf thing. And I would check those positions. So for me, to help you, we're going to start out with address and grip, then into the backswing, then transition, then downswing, then impact, extension, release, then finish. Those are my checkpoints for your positions. And by the way, if you can't hit those positions correctly, how would you ever expect to sequence them with speed? If you're one of those guys right now that wants more speed, then I suggest you start looking at the positions of your swing and making sure you have leverage, making sure your body is stable, making sure you can get the speed out of your swing, because I know right now you have more speed inside of you than you currently think you have. Anyway, that's my topic for today, is make sure that you get the positions of the swing correct, because that's going to lead to proper impact and more speed in your swing. Thanks for joining me. Click the bell icon, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.